literally the next step, and the agenda goes out before the meeting, and anybody can add anything to that. So if there is a committee member that wants something added to the agenda, all they can do is email. The next step of where we were at, and we were given direction from the board to remove the security company. Not once was that enough. I'm not saying that they're not going to be removed, but we are working towards that process. The next thing is to have presentations and have them come in and meet. So whatever banter took place back and forth, that was ridiculous. I don't know what took place. But we are moving in the right direction. Clearly, also, I don't know how the other communities work. I've only gone to a few, but we have sometimes 40 people in the room for security, and it's ridiculous. We are working in the right direction. There was never once direction from the board to remove general security. So we've been kind of flying off the radar doing what we want, moving in the direction to be prepared in the event we decided to remove general security. Even right now, the board has not voted to remove general security. And once again, I'm not saying I support them, but I was tasked with being in charge of the community, which I didn't ask for, but I graciously accepted. Thank you, Wanda. So the way I viewed my position was work with the company, see where they're at. And we're talking about 105 days, it's not a long period of time. At which point in time, Lewis from General Security has been in discussion. Some of the complaints that you've gotten, I haven't gotten. So I would ask you for those.
I forwarded them to Chuck.
Okay. I would ask that you forward them if you don't mind.
Sure. Some of the documentation.
And we have slowly moved in a positive direction with them. Is it good enough for our community? Maybe not. I'm not saying it is. It's not my job to say condition. My job is to take the recommendations from the community and give it to the board. So until this tonight, we had not had the direction to do it. So this drama that's going back and forth, with all due respect, is bullshit because we weren't given the task to do it. If the board says, and that's what the committee's job is, it's a group of volunteers who provide feedback to the board. If the board says, and it's voted on, get rid of general security, bring in a new company, if that was told to me January 1st, it'd already be done. I already have a new company, and we already have everything would be done. But that wasn't what was given to me. So my job, like your job's 10 times as difficult than me, is to placate different thoughts, perspectives, and try to do what's best for the community moving forward.
Just so I'm clear, is there any question in your mind about the direction from the board?
No, there's not a question. I have an issue with them, but I don't have an issue.
I'd like to make a motion.
There's no action.
I just want to say this is all I was trying to point out. What I'm trying to do is just process. I don't want to be back into a corner.
We're going around in circles.
No.
I agree. I agree.
I will get it done. I give you my word. We'll get it done as fast as we can.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do we need a motion?
Yes.
Do we need a motion to give direction to get rid of them in order?
I think it's dangerous to do that. We need the committee to do its work. When the committee comes back with a recommendation, we have a selected vendor that this board agrees on, that's when you do it.
So I just want to be very clear.
Because again, we could give the notice and they could leave the next day. We have to have a vendor in place ready to go.
Okay,
That's my opinion.
I agree with that, but if what I'm hearing that we need a definite action to get rid of them, then let's.
Well, we do. We do at the time, but right now is not the time.
That's not what you just said.
Look, we're not going to go around in circles. We've given direction to the security committee to put us in a position where we can do the notice, where we can have a decision made by the board.
Okay, good.
We're going around in circles. But that's exactly, and that's why I wanted to make sure that Eric was clear on it. And any help that Eric needs, that's what Chuck's here for, that's what I'm here for, that's what Katie's here for. We move forward. Okay, with the process. Okay? Okay, last comments quickly.
Real quick, last night there was 5 board members at the meeting from what I hear, which means you established establish a quorum.
There's no action taken. Next question.
Well, it
Brian.
doesn't matter as long as you meet and there's a quorum.
There was no business conducted, there was no motions, there was no action taken by the board. Brian, next question.
I didn't intend for all this. My question was about somebody that was attending the meeting. There was a comment made by Bob that said she was invited. My question would be, who invited her? Number one.
I asked her to come because of her previous knowledge with the security company.
Every meeting you've invited her to come? Because she's been.
What does it matter?
I give up on it.
Because without structure, it's the Wild Wild West. Next, I want to know what the protocol is. Because my grandmother's coming in town next month, and I want her to attend.
Okay, well,
Can I invite her?
respectfully, he's the chair of the committee, okay? And it's his committee to run. I understand your concern about whether there are
We're gonna-
people that are non-committee members that are attending and interacting and
We're
causing
gonna
issues.
be members of the-
But we're gonna deal with it. I did hear the security committee say, and I think this was a good idea, that if people are not attending the committee, they're not attending, if they're not active, they have to be gone. I mean, because that's taking spots, understand that it's taking up spots that other people that have competencies and background that want to join the committee, they can't join because the chairperson has decided in his own discretion that he's got too many members, because otherwise you can't get anything done. You got 50 chefs in the kitchen, you get nothing done. So I trust Eric to run this committee. I think there's been enough direction given that we just need to make sure that we're getting things done. And, let's get out there and do the business.